Hello everyone, this is Javelin and welcome back to my channel, English Tutor Hub. Well, today we're gonna look at a grammar lesson. Yes, that can be confusing, can be tricky, but it's important to learn. Now, for many English learners, prepositions can be a little bit tricky, can be confusing because there are no rules to follow. So, in this lesson, we are gonna specifically look at transportation prepositions by, in, and on related to transportation that would help make your speech easy. Alright? So, let's get started. Now, the first preposition that we're gonna look at is by. When do you use by? When we are talking about general ways of travel or transport. So, for example, how do you travel? I travel by car. My daughter travels by van when she goes to school. When he goes to Australia, he goes by plane. So these are vehicles. By car, by van, by plane. These are vehicles, right? Transportation vehicles, but here, if you see, we have sea, road, and air. Well, these are transportation environments or the surface. So, by is also used for transportation environment or the surface like sea, road, and air. Examples: I went by sea. We are traveling to Bangkok by road. Oh, we are gonna go by air. They are going to go by air. So, we are using the transportation preposition by when we are talking about general ways of travel. So, when we are using the preposition by, again, we are using the preposition by when talking about general ways of travel. So you have the example: you travel by car, you travel by van, you travel by plane, and you also travel by sea, road, and air. Or you can also use another transportation surface that's called rail. Alright? So I hope you're clear with the use of the preposition by. Now let's have a look at with preposition in related to transportation. People get a little confused using preposition in or on. Now, after several rules, in or on are used to talk about a specific vehicles, like nothing in general, but something in specific. That's confusing, right? So, which one do we choose? In or on? Well, I have an idea for you. What you can do is, let's talk about the vehicles that we can sit inside. We cannot stand up inside these vehicles like, again, let's think about a vehicle wherein you cannot stand up. You can sit and you cannot stand up inside these vehicles like, for example, in a car, in a taxi, in a truck, in a rowboat, in a helicopter. So, guys, again, in is used for vehicles where you can sit and cannot stand up inside these vehicles. Okay? So, the vehicles that we can sit only inside are car, in a truck, in a helicopter, in a taxi, in a rowboat. As you can see, guys, you cannot stand in these vehicles, right? Especially when they are in motion. So, the vehicles that you can sit inside, you will end up using the preposition in. For example, here, Jake and Jude. Hey Jude, where are you? Oh, I'm in the car. So, I'm talking about being in a car. And I am using a preposition in because I am sitting in a car. I cannot stand up in a car. You cannot stand in a car. Well, probably a kid can stand, but that doesn't make sense. Alright? Just make sure that you use a preposition in when you are talking about a specific vehicle, and in the vehicle that you can sit inside, and not stand while in motion. So, you sit in a car, you sit in a truck, you sit in a helicopter, you sit in a taxi, and you sit in a rowboat. Alright, guys? Next, let's have a look at using a preposition on. What is the difference between preposition in and on? Well, when you use a preposition on, you can use it only, of course, when you are talking about a specific vehicles where you can stand or walk while the vehicle is in motion. Okay? So again, on, preposition on is used when talking about a specific vehicle wherein you can stand or walk while the vehicle is in motion. Right? So, let's take a look the plane. Yes, on a plane. Example here. Hey Tim, where are you? I'm on a plane. We're gonna take off. Okay? So, on the plane. We just gonna take off on the plane. Of course, you can stand while you're inside and while the plane is in motion. So again, Pat is calling to Tim. Hey Tim, where are you? And Tim answered, I'm on a plane. We're gonna take off. Okay guys, so again, on a plane you can stand up, you can sit down, and you can even walk on a plane. So on a plane, a vehicle wherein you can stand, you can sit, or even walk, you use a preposition on. And next, here, Jim. Jim is on train going to Vietnam. Next, Paul. Paul is on bicycle going to school. So guys, and here on ferry, on motorbike, on ship, on foot, and others. Okay, so these vehicles you can stand up, you can walk while the vehicles is in motion. Okay, so here another example again guys, here on ferry, on ship. So the ship is huge, and when it's in the water and it's in motion, you can stand up and you can even sit down. Of course, you can sleep, you can walk around. So that's your ship. You're gonna be using preposition on. Again, so on ferry, on ship, on motorbike, on foot, and others. Okay, next. So again guys, another example, on train going to Bangkok, on bicycle. Well, when you are riding the bicycle, say on bicycle, if you are riding on a bicycle, you are on the bicycle. So bicycle, you have to use on. You are sitting, but you can also stand while, look at this example, you are sitting on a bicycle, but you can also stand while riding it. On motorbike, okay, it's gonna be on motorbike and not in motorbike, because you're not sitting somewhere. And then you have here on foot and others. So next here, so what guys, what's the most common ways of transport? Well, with walking. When we talk about walking, what's the preposition we end up using? It is the preposition on. Well, example, how did you go to the market? Well, we went on foot. Alright? How did you go to the playground? Oh, we went on foot. So don't forget that the most common ways of transport, well, with walking. When we talk about walking, what's the preposition we end up using? It is the preposition on. So the most common ways of transport is on foot. How did you go to the market? Well, we went on foot. Alright? How did you go to the playground? Oh, we went on foot. So if you're gonna use the preposition on for foot, because you're standing on your feet, right? So it's gonna be on foot and not in foot. because you are standing on your feet. Alright? And then the animals, guys. Now, it's not just vehicles, yes? There are people also. They're on the horse or on a camel. Yes. So for animals, we use on when you travel on an animal from one place to another. You can also use another preposition onto only for animals. Again, you can also use another preposition onto only for animals. Okay? So, like for example, animals now is not just vehicles, yes? There are people who also they're on the horse or on a camel, like in Dubai. Yes, we do have a camel ride, and in many places we have a horse ride to get from one place to the other. So what would you say when you are on an animal? You are gonna use a preposition on. So I'm on a horse. I'm on a camel. We get on a camel ride when we were in Dubai. I'm on an elephant. Okay? So you can also use another preposition onto only for animals, not for other vehicles. It's gonna be a preposition on when talking where you can stand and walk while the vehicle is in motion. You use on and you will use a preposition in when you're again talking about specific vehicle. However, in this vehicle, you cannot stand. You have to get inside and sit in this vehicle. You're gonna use the preposition in and you gonna use the preposition by when you're talking in general about travel. Alright? So guys, here let's review. By is used when we are talking about general ways of travel or transport. In is used for vehicles where you can sit and cannot stand up. On is used when talking about a specific vehicle wherein you can stand or walk while the vehicle is in motion. We use on when you travel on an animal from one place to another. You can also use another preposition onto only for animals. Okay guys, so I hope this is clear to you. Just take down these examples and I'm sure the next time you try to use these prepositions related to travel or transportation, I'm sure you will use it correctly. So there we are. You just watch a complete tutorial about transportation prepositions. I'll be back with a new lesson. Please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, share, and let me know your thoughts and questions. Love to hear from you. Thank you very much. My name's Javelin, saying thank you very much.